Hey guys, welcome to another episode of BMN Reviews. Today's movie is Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Kimmy vs. the Reverend, the new interactive Netflix movie starring Ellie Kemper. The description for this movie says, explosions, Josh Groban, a dancing hamburger, Kimmy on her biggest adventure yet, and you decide how the story goes. For those of you who don't know, Netflix has a handful of movies that are interactive, meaning that you can click the choices on the bottom of the screen and it will change the path of the story. So after this clip, I'll have my synopsis, trivia, quote, and rating for this movie. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this series, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is about Kimmy Schmidt, who's played by Ellie Kemper, and how she was in a bunker of sorts for a long time as a young child. And she didn't know that there was actually a world outside their bunker because she was being kidnapped by the Reverend. So her and a couple other girls were also in the bunker, and eventually they were discovered and set free. And so now this movie is about how if she can also save her marriage and take the Reverend to justice after he escapes from jail. For trivia for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt vs. the Reverend, there are actually 18 different endings to this movie that you can find, and for this movie we got the Breakfast Club ending, which was one of the 18, obviously. Another cool fun fact that I learned in this movie was that Ellie Kemper, who is Kimmy Schmidt, was actually pregnant with her second child the whole way through filming, so she had to have specially fit clothes in order for her to have the proper outfits during the movie. So Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is supposed to be a very satirical type of show, and they continued that in the movie. So my favorite quote was from Titus Andromedon, and he says, "Who are you, me at Chipotle? Because you made some bad decisions that affected everybody." And I thought that was a pretty funny part that they added into the movie. For my rating of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Kimmy vs. the Reverend, I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5 stars. There's a lot of funny moments, and of course it's a lot of fun being that it's an interactive movie. I did this on Netflix Party, like all my movies, so my group of friends and I all voted on each choice, and whichever one had the most votes is what we ended up picking. So that was a lot of fun, but the storyline isn't exactly the greatest, and it's a pretty short movie. Only took us like an hour and 10 minutes to complete, but other than that, it's a lot of fun, and I think you should check it out if you're familiar with the series. And without further ado, it's time for tomorrow's Movies Clues. This is a 2006 drama thriller that was nominated for 2 Oscars that year. Didn't win any, but it was nominated for 2 Oscars. I hope you're finding ways to stay happy and healthy during quarantine. We're going to get through this together. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and here's tomorrow's Movies